Hey, good morning everyone. It's Victor and that's my gym, KJ Fitness. I just worked out. This is weird. I have those kind of Harry Potter, square John Lennon glasses. And I don't know where I put them. I came back from the gym, jumped in the car with Little Vic. Jumped in the car, got Little Vic. Of course, he was still in his pajamas, and I realized I didn't have my glasses, and I went back to the gym. I thought maybe I left them. I'm trying to wonder, how do you know you got Alzheimer's? Let's take a test or something. Anyway, not much to report this week. It was my birthday. I just turned 57 years old. So I'm still alive, which is amazing. My kids... Did you give me any presents? You gave me a bottle of whiskey. What did you give me?
A bottle.
A bottle? You gave me a bottle of whiskey with Mom. And, I got a pimple, which is kind of weird since I'm so old. You'd think you wouldn't get pimples anymore. The other day I mentioned a pimple in the video, and it was pretty... I think you know what it is? I haven't had a pimple so long that I was kind of like self-conscious about it. But someone pointed out Kiki, as always. Kiki's if you ever look for Kiki, he's got a gorilla icon in the comment section. He always has these great things to say, and one of them is nobody cares about your flaws. And yeah, he's basically right. I mean, unless you're gonna sleep with them. Maybe you can. I don't know. That was a cheap shot. No, actually, I'm thinking about a beautiful student that I have. She's actually really nice and cool, and I hope she never watches my videos. But she's very beautiful and kind of elegant. But she's a little bit chubby, And I hadn't seen her in a while, so I hit her up online, which is a messaging thing that we have here in Japan that everybody uses. It's from actually Korea, I think. But anyway, I hit her up online, and I said, how you doing? We're kind of old friends, but she also takes my lessons sometimes. And okay, bless you. And she said that she hadn't exercised in a long time. She's really debu. She's really fat, but probably just her imagination. But she's one of those people who, even if they get kind of chubby, they still look quite elegant and beautiful. But yeah, I was thinking about look, they're turning down that house. There's a house across the street there that it looks like they're tearing it out. All the windows are out of it. It's a really old house, and they just sold it. So I imagine they're gonna build something new there. Yeah. This neighborhood that I live in, there's a koban. That's a police box. What's I saying? Yeah. So people, I forgot what I was saying. Something about being fat. But yeah, nobody cares. Some people carry it well, and I shouldn't worry about a little pimple there. They say pimples are signs that you're still young, but anyway. So this is my birthday. I got a lot of bottles of whiskey, which I actually don't appreciate as much as I used to, because I don't need any more whiskey. I've had enough, and I'm not that interested in drinking that much anymore. Not that I was, There's an expression that says drinking is a poor replacement for a personality. And I've been thinking a lot. I've been thinking a lot about what you put in your body these days. So there's a guy. Oh God, I don't remember his name, but he was on the Daily Show, and he kind of they say a good writer puts into words the thoughts that you have, but can't seem to put into words. And he put into words an idea that I had, which was that we are putting too much crap into our bodies mentally. So this guy, what was his name? Yuval Noah Harari, I think. Anyway, he's I looked him up. He's an Israeli professor. He's single. He meditates 2 hours a day, and he wrote the book Sapiens. And he recently wrote another book called Nexus. And he's kind of a historian. And I haven't read any of his book. I just saw the interview, but he was able to verbalize what I was trying to say in a video that I erased last week. I put up a video last week. Look at that old guy over there. What are they doing, Vic? Look, that guy's fixing his He's taking a long time. He's putting on, if you can see, remember this video is this video is one of those videos where you can do 360, so you can use your mouse to look at everything. And, oh no, it isn't. No, this is not a 360 video. This is a forward and back video only. Sorry, because you only get those 2 views. I guess I could do the 360 thing, but is that really something you want to see? I don't know. I could try it. I'll figure it out later. It's actually easier to upload. These take a long time to render. But okay, so last week I did a video on this is the erased video, and I erased it because the noise was bad, but the view was good. I did it on my bicycle, but just the street noise from the cars and stuff was just too much. So, but the point was the thing was about Nikocado Avocado. That's it, Nikocado Avocado. He's, if you don't know him, he's a mukbanger and a mukbang YouTuber, which is a very, very small. I guess it's a big. I don't know. It's a very specific genre. I'm going to go through that red light. Yeah, sorry. It's a genre on YouTube where people just eat loads of food, and most of these people are thin. I think some of them are like these beautiful women from Korea. I think that's where it came from, Korea. I think mukbang is actually a Korean word. And basically, they sit down in front of a big plate of food and eat a lot of food. And this guy, Nikocado Avocado, let's call him Nick because I can never remember his name. And then there's someone I've never really watched before, although I came across his videos years ago because he's been making videos for 8 years, and he was on that show on, I think, on Comedy Central or something, where they they make fun of people, viral things, you know. I forget what it was called, but there was a comedian, arguably unfunny comedian, young guy who would make fun of whatever's on the internet. Anyway, he had him on the show one day, and Nick is known for eating a lot of food. But the interesting thing about him is that he started when he started his channel. He's very, very thin. All I know is that he used to play the violin. I don't know if he was any good, and he was thin, and then he put on a lot of weight. And the other thing about him that probably contributes to his infamy is that he's very gay, as in very, very gay. What I mean is, I should say, femininely gay. No, really flamboyantly gay. And he likes to kiss his boyfriend on camera and then cry a lot. Like he cries a lot on camera, which is, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Okay, my father's gay. That's from Seinfeld now. There's nothing wrong with being gay, of course, but people who flaunt their gender preference in either direction, either heterosexual, you know, guys with bros like, yo bitch, last night I got laid, man, that kind of guy, or the flamboyant homosexual, are both turn-offs for me, though I suppose they make for good entertainment. But I probably wouldn't want to hang around that person too much. And the other thing about him was that he would get very emotional on camera and cry a lot. And that was also equally a put-off. But at the same time, I suppose it attracted haters. Okay. So, he did a very interesting, he calls it a social experiment. I would say it was impressive, and let me explain what he did. He became, over the 8 years, he became incredibly obese. And he would flaunt his obesity, as in run around showing his tummy and jiggling and being, I mean, he was like, what's that guy from the Star Wars movie? The Hutt? I forgot his name. Something the Hutt, Jabba the Hutt? Really disgusting. And you could say I'm fatphobic for that, but yeah, I don't think fatphobic should be a thing, by the way. I think if you're, you know, people should be healthy, right? And being overly obese is a sign that you're not healthy and you don't really take care of your body. Of course, there's those very rare cases where people, it's genetic and stuff, but those are rare cases. In most cases, you can control it. You just got to stop eating, man. Side cut. Remember, this is a laundry video, so I'll go all over the place. But there was I looked it up, or I came across it somewhere, maybe Quora or something. They keep sending you messages. There's some guy in England who did not eat for over a year and lost like an incredible amount of weight. He just drank tea or something because he was so obese. He just basically fed, his body lived off the calories of his fat on his body. So you know, you can stop eating, you can lose weight. There's really, it's just willpower, right? I still got a gut, and I've only got myself to blame. But that's another story. Anyway, so Nick put on like 250 pounds, I think, over his normal weight. I think that was the number. Is it 250, 150? I don't know. It's an amazing amount of weight that he put on. Okay, that's not the amazing thing. Okay? The amazing thing is he would get all these comments about how unhealthy he is, about how unhealthy he was, and people would make videos about him, accusing him of being a bad model for young people because he was promoting overeating and obesity, and he made it seem like, you know, it was okay to be that way. Now, what are you playing, Victor? Fortnite? Are you online? And anyway, that's how I came across him, I think, or the few times I came. I think I saw him on that TV show once, and then after that, I saw maybe one video, and I saw a couple drama videos of him getting hated on by other mukbangers because he's apparently, on top of everything, he's apparently a real asshole, which is an important point, and I should have mentioned earlier. How do you define someone? You know, do you define someone by the fact that they're fat or gay or prone to emotional outburst or just a real asshole? And I would argue that the latter is. The last choice there is probably the most influential when it comes to defining the most defining point of someone's personality would be whether you're nice to other people. So apparently he offended a bunch of other mukbangers and YouTubers and was really rude to them and took advantage of them, and they made videos about how badly they were treated by him. And I think I probably did come across those videos. And when I say I come across, I don't open the screen and sit back and enjoy these videos. You know, I don't do that. What I do is, as I'm preparing lessons, I will have a small window. I have two monitors, and I'll put the the unimportant video in the corner and watch that. Anyway, this is what he did, which is amazing. And if you haven't heard of this is amazing. Good for you, because this is kind of ridiculous. But I do have a point coming to this. He secretly video recorded tons of videos of himself and stored them, kept them stored up right on his hard drive. And those videos were of him really showing off his fat and mukbanging and when he edited them and uploaded them, he would change something, and so it would seem that those videos were actually up to date, but they had been made years ago or two years ago. So he made all these videos and saved them, and then for the last 2 years, he started dieting and probably exercising a little bit. Though you should know that if you want to lose weight, the most important thing is your diet, not how much you exercise. Exercise apparently only accounts for, I forget the number, 15 to 30%. No more than 30% of normal people's weight loss, unless you are extreme and you're like, walking miles and miles a day or bicycling hours and hours a day. Exercise is not really going to have a big factor on your weight loss. The most important thing is what you put in your body, which is what we want to talk about, what you put in your body, here and here. Anyway, so what was interesting and impressive about this guy is that he made all these videos of himself being obese, being really his normal character, whether it's him or not, we don't know, but crying on camera, kissing his boyfriend, being overly flamboyant, and eating a lot of food, being obese, and flaunting all that. And then for 2 years he dieted, and then one day, about 2 weeks ago now, he uploaded loads of video of himself wearing a panda hat or panda head, and he takes it off, and he basically insults everyone and says, "You guys are all ants and all your haters. I played you. I've always been." It's called 2 steps ahead, I think. I've always been 2 steps ahead of you, and I fooled you all. You you guys have been hating me for 2 years, and you're just ants, and I'm just watching you, fascinated by the ants. And I was like, so I, of course, it was on my Yahoo News. It was like top news in a few places because it was such an amazing feat that he had lost. And everyone's interested in weight loss, you know. So, of course, you know, a guy who loses 250 pounds is an amazing story. That's a story no matter, even if you're not a famous YouTuber. So the other thing to remember is this guy is an incredibly famous YouTuber in that world. And he has, I think, 2 billion views. And he's a multi-millionaire thanks to YouTube. So, long story short, fat guy loses weight over 2 years, secretly uploading old videos to fool his audiences, and then one day reveals that he's lost all this weight. But the way he dealt with it is, instead of, I think he dealt with it in a very poor way, basically insulting his audience, the people who made him rich, by telling them, and I won't say us because I'm not part of that, is that you're all ants. And I watch you like people in like little ants in an ant farm, and you will always do what I say. You will always be, I don't know, compelled to watch my videos, so I control you. And it was just such a negative thing in a negative way. I guess you could say in a way he lost because he didn't come out of it. You know, he could have dealt with that in a much more positive way. He could say, "Hey guys, I'm surprised. You know, you thought I couldn't do it, but I did it." You know, all of those people, and I want to thank, because I'm sure, I mean, part of it, part of his weight loss is inspired by the haters, right? Anyway, he could have dealt with that in a much more positive way. And it's something I've been thinking about recently a lot, is that we take in so much negative information, and we are by the algorithms of Facebook and YouTube and X, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. The algorithm pushes all that negative stuff on us, and we as human beings are, I won't say programmed to, but it's kind of in our nature. Oh, look at this, Vic. Hey, get the camera. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Oh, you're right. Here it is. I gotta get this. Look at that. Here. So they're, you probably can't see this from that camera, but they are, I'll try to insert it here. They're rowing. They're rowing on the river. They are rowing on the river, yeah. They're doing crew. The crew is on the river. Okay. Little Vic borrows my iPhone sometimes so he can stream his Fortnite games, or call Grandma. Anyway, yeah. We are compelled, for whatever reason, genetically pre-programmed, I would say. Not programmed by the algorithm, but the algorithm takes advantage of that and pushes negative stuff on us and feeds us into these rabbit holes of negativity. And it's not just Nick, of course, because Nick's part of it by creating this kind of toxic environment of hate and promoting it, right, and feeding off it. Quite a few. There was a woman, Reese, I don't know her name, but there's this guy Penguin or something who does videos on YouTube calling these people out. There's a woman who made some mentally ill woman jump into the lake a while ago, and she almost died, and all her channels basically all, you know, negative like that, promoting stuff. She lives off that, literally lives. She actually makes a living by promoting negative videos like that. And not just her, but even like someone who purports to be positive, like Bobby Swole. I don't know if you guys know him. He's kind of famous too. He does these videos about gym culture and how you have to be polite in the gym, but mostly it's the same old one-trick pony style of, look, this guy's being an asshole in the gym, and don't be a jerk in the gym. Be a good person. But he's basically pointing his finger and sicking his fans to hate on these other jerks who are also jerks. And even though, yeah, it's righteous, it's also promoting negativity. And we eat it up. You know, we viewers eat it up. So, going back to the Daily Show and this guest who wrote Sapien and Nexus, his name is Yuval, if I remember, Noah Harari or something. Israeli professor, no children, skinny, vegan. Little information about him. You would think it'd be kind of annoying, right? But he makes a very good point. He says, and this is what he verbalized my thoughts in a way that I couldn't, because he's a good writer, and I think I'm going to pick up his book. The thing is, you've got to put into your body good information, not just bad information. So you're watching TV, you're playing Fortnite all day. That's fun a little bit, but also put good things in your body. Educate yourself. Grow your mind in a positive way. So I think you might say, you might criticize me because I like TV, but I try not to watch trash. I enjoy a good story, and for me, the artistry of the story is something to be admired. So you could say that's and I don't watch that much TV, but you could argue that's also a rationalization. But I think trying to better yourself and trying to put good things in your mind is very important. And just putting crap in your mind, like scrolling through TikTok or Instagram, is just poison. It's like junk food, right? Which is what he said. Yeah, it's just junk food. And so watching these Nick videos and these drama videos and these Bobby Swole videos, just feeding, just falling into these rabbit holes of these fight videos or Karen videos is just not good. And you really shouldn't do that. You really got to control yourself. And it got me thinking about my kids and how sometimes Amelie especially likes to look at TikTok, right? Vic you don't do that too much. She just likes watching all those videos. Oh, what does she watch? Instagram? YouTube? Just YouTube? Okay. Well, YouTube, TikTok, they all look the shorts now. That's something that we all should be more aware of, and we all should pay more attention to, and we should all try to improve or reduce that negative food that goes into our brains and try to increase the more positive, nutritious food. So yeah, I haven't done it for a while, but I was trying to improve my language skills that way by reading the newspaper and picking up words that I wasn't familiar with, or reviewing stuff like that. Reading a little bit more, or watching intelligence shows that challenge you and they give you new ideas that are not just crap. But that's what was on my mind this week. Oh, and here's the other thing about going back to the Nick story and the video that I erased because of the sound problems. I feel like a lot of people think that Nick has kind of redeemed himself because he lost all this weight, right? Which is amazing. It is an amazing feat to lose 250 pounds. Even if it took 2 years, it's still an amazing feat. But I would argue that no, because he hasn't changed. He was able to change his body, but the negativity that he spouted in that video was just, really, dude? That you couldn't come away with something a little bit better? Yeah. And going back to what Harris was saying, this is okay, slightly related, but not completely. Harris and Trump also have very different attitudes about America and the way they campaign. Harris, if you saw any of her speeches, she's talking about lifting people up, and you can say it's political bullshit, and maybe it is, but it's still, I prefer that. Let's lift people up, let's help people, even if it's, let's say she's not going to do any of that stuff, but the campaign, the idea of lifting people up, I think is a positive idea. Let's help one another. Let's do things. Let's give people hope instead of saying, if Trump wins, if Harris wins, that's the end of democracy, the end of America, and America is a failed nation now. It's not a failed nation. But if you want the tone, the tone of the Trump campaign is very different from the tone of the Harris campaign. It's like gloomy and dark and foreboding, and the Harris campaign is very positive and lifting. I will say Harris was never my choice, but I prefer her to Biden for sure. I actually like Buttigieg, but he just seems like a really smart guy. Oops. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into politics, but basically anybody but Trump, I would say. And it's just phenomenal to me that he's got so much support. We can go. That's a completely different video. It's not really worth it. But anyway, I guess that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed my little rant and my little observations. If you like, leave a comment. Yeah, leave a comment. Come on. If you got this far, leave a comment. Help the algorithm. Okay. And I guess that's all. Vic, you want to say anything? All right, guys. See you later.